What's up, peeps? We're back. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benson. Thank you so much for joining us for the YouTube edition of the AEW Insider. This episode is Movies and More. It's not going to be too long because I actually got a ban on Facebook and I can't share anything or post anything until Thursday night at 10:50. So the only people who are going to get to see these videos are you true fans and subscribers, but I'll have it out after that. Last night I literally shared a GIF, or a GIF, whatever the fuck it's called, a GIF of Jason versus Freddy. If you ever seen a UFC match or a boxing match where they weigh in and they're looking at each other like they're gonna fight, it literally was just Freddy Krueger and Jason. They act like they're gonna fight, they get split up, and that's it. Send it to a couple groups, boom, banned until Thursday night, so who knows. But anyway, peeps, let's get to the show. I got some reviews this week. I did watch half of Dolomite. My name is Dolomite. I have to finish it. It's very fucking funny so far, but I watched a lot of other stuff. All right, the first review is Terminator Dark Fate. And I'm going to have some spoilers. I won't ruin the ending for you, anything like that, or major pop points, but I'm going to bring up some stuff. Not even really spoilers, but anyway. And I know what you're saying. It doesn't come out until this Friday. How'd you see it, Lee? I always see the good shit. So let me kick it off. Terminator Dark Fate is awesome. Doesn't matter if it's a Terminator sequel, just if you're going to see this type of movie, it is what it is. You're going to see an action movie. So if you want to see an action movie with an above average story that's actually good, you know what I mean? You invest in these characters, you know some of them, this film's definitely it. And if you're a fan of the past Terminators, especially the first and second one, you're actually going to fanboy out and love this fucking film. This movie kicks ass. It had strong female leads. There were 3 of them. They were all leads, though. They take turns being the lead. I reported months ago that Eddie Furlong will return in Terminator. I'll say Eddie Furlong is in the movie. I won't say how, in what capacity, how long, what have you. But Eddie Furlong does make an appearance in the new Terminator. The bad guy is fucking awesome. He's way better than the one from part 2. This guy can turn to liquid. He can turn to metal. He can actually split himself in half. If you ever played Mortal Kombat and you see Noob Saibot, how he can have himself in like a ghost version, this guy could do like a metal Terminator and a liquid Terminator. So, I mean, it takes a lot to take him down. He's fucking awesome. The actor who played him, like, I really don't like him, but I've seen him in interviews. He seems like a good guy. But that's what they do. They don't want some big hulking figure. They just want some average, normal-looking guy who is vicious and could take your fucking head off. So the new Terminator is awesome. Skynet is brought up in it. I won't let you know if fucking the future still is the same. I mean, how can the future still be the same if these guys keep doing all this shit? You know what I mean? Skynet, I'm not going to talk about Judgment Day or anything like that, but let's just say there is a new threat also, so I'll say that. But anyway, like I said, if you love action, if you love James Cameron, if you love the character fucking, Sarah Connors, if you love Arnold Schwarzenegger, they're all here and it stays true to the original too. So I do give Terminator Dark Fate an 8 out of 10 stars. Definitely check it out. Next, I did watch American Horror Story, episode 6. So this was actually the 100th episode in the American Horror Story series. And it was definitely a good one. If you've been watching this season so far and you fucking love it with the Camp Redwood, last episode turned everything up on its head. This one explains what's going to happen. There's ghosts there. Literally, the ghosts stay around the camp like they're in Murder House. They're actually killing people. Well, some of them are. It was really good, man. Like Madison and Xander or Xavier are fucking stone-blooded killers. Ray, who was the big pussy the whole series, he's like has a heart now and a conscience and doesn't want them to kill. You see Chip is back, whatever the bodybuilder's name is. He wants revenge. What it is that Margaret or Margie, I apologize, I don't write it down, I just go off of it. But the chick who ran the camp, who really killed everybody, she's actually like on Lifestyles and Rich and Famous. So she's real rich. So she's buying up all the American Horror Story properties, Murder House, the Asylum, the Coven House, what have you. And when she hears that these murders are going back down at Camp Redwood, of course she wants to capitalize on it and wants to make a big event so people could see these people dying, you know what I mean? Or definitely make money off of it. But she doesn't know that those ghosts of all the people that are killed are waiting there and they're pissed. So this season's taken a big fucking turn. I don't know. It's like you watch the first half of a horror movie and then this is part 2 of it. Like, I don't know, man. But it's fucking excellent. So definitely check out American Horror Story episode episode 6, episode 100. I give it an 8 out of 10. For 100th episode, people are bitching they should have went all out, which they should have, but still, you got to keep in touch with the season that you're in. You know what I mean? Can't just stop at mid-season and be like more than at mid-season and be like, hey, we're just going to do everything that your fans love. Nah, it's got to go with the story. So it was good. I also watched Creepshow episode 5. Do you know each episode is 2 short stories? They're about 15 minutes each, a little less, what have you. And this one was pretty good. The first one was called Night of the Paw. It was about a monkey's paw, and this monkey's paw supposedly gave 3 wishes. So this chick gets into a car accident, her car crashes, some evil fucking doctor finds her, she wakes up, she wants to get out of there, but he entices her with the story of this monkey's paw with 3 wishes. And it's Creepshow, so you know crazy shit goes down. So that was pretty good. And then the second one was called Times is Tough in Muskie Holler. Now, what this was about, it's a town, like it's a hick town somewhere, Virginia, some bullshit like that. And there was a zombie invasion. The people who were in charge of the town, like the sheriff, the mayor, what have you, when the invasion went down, they acted like they had everything under control, wanted people to trust them, and a lot of people wind up dying because of it. Well, those people who died because of it, they have family members and they have friends who are fucking pissed. So they go after the people who are in charge, like the sheriff, the mayor, what have you, and they want revenge. So it was pretty good also. So I do give episode 5 of Creepshow a 7.5 out of 10 stars. And I'm sad because the first season of Creepshow is only 6 more episodes. So we only got 1 more episode, 2 more stories, and then we got to wait till next season. And there will be a next season because it did pretty good. And finally, I did watch Girl on the Third Floor. Now, this was Phil Brooks, a.k.a. CM Punk's movie. It's not his movie, he made it, but he's the star of it. And I have to say, I was hoping the movie was going to be good for him, but I really didn't have much hope. But Girl on the Third Floor is fucked up, and it was pretty fucking awesome. I enjoyed it thoroughly. CM Punk plays this guy. He's got a pregnant woman at home. They just bought a new house. She's there about to have the baby. And he goes ahead of her, like a week or 2 early to renovate the house. He wants to knock down the walls, get it in tip-top shape. So he's a real nice guy. He's doing this work, what have you. He's working. One night, some chick shows up outside. She wants to entice him, if you know what I mean. He winds up doing something he doesn't regret. And then shit just goes down. She keeps popping up. He doesn't want her there. And as the house kind of unravels, like as he's repairing and ripping shit down, he kind of unravels. And you see that this nice guy might not be such a nice fucking guy. So, I mean, it's real gory. I like the pace of it. I like the way it was shot. CM Punk did an awesome fucking job. You would think he acted in 50 movies, man. There's a little sex in it, you know what I mean? Not a lot of TNA, but a little sex. And it's just gory and it kicks ass, man. So I like Girl on the Third Floor a lot. I actually give Girl on the Third Floor an 8 out of 10 stars, and I'm hoping they make a sequel. I hope it did that good. All right, opening in theaters this week. We do have Terminator Dark Fate. If you didn't see it, check it out, peeps. It's an excellent action flick. We also have Motherless Brooklyn. As I told you, I've read this book in the past. It's an amazing book. They made a movie. It stars Alec Baldwin, Ed Norton, Bruce Willis. It's about this private eye. He's got Tourette's, though. Like, he'll just be talking and say, fuck you, and bug out. You know what I mean? He's got it real bad. But he works for this guy. This guy he works for gets shot. So he goes on a mission to find out why his boss got shot and who killed him. Excellent book. I hope the movie's going to be good, too. And then also this week in movies is Martin Scorsese's Netflix movie, The Irishman. I'm pretty sure it doesn't come on Netflix to the end of this month for us, but people who have seen the pre-screening and all that say this fucking movie is awesome. It's got Robert De Niro in it, and they do the computer graphics for all the main characters that show when they were young, middle-aged, until they're old, because it spans over their whole life. You got Robert De Niro, you've got Al Pacino, and you've got finally the return of Joe Pesci. So like I said, with Martin Scorsese, you can't go wrong with those actors in it. You can't go fucking wrong. So if Irishman's playing by a movie theater by you and you got the extra money and you don't want to wait to see it on Netflix, I recommend you run out and see it because it's going to be amazing. All right, coming soon. These are some trailers that did come out this week. There's not many. There was only one actually that caught my eye, and I'm not even a fan of it. But it was announced, and they showed the trailer for The Grudge 2020. Now, if you're a Japanese horror fan or a horror fan, you know The Grudge originally started out in Japan. It was an awesome movie. They made part two, probably more of them. They, made it in America. It wasn't that great, but it made a lot of money. They made a sequel, what have you. Same thing with The Ring. Well, they brought The Grudge back and they're doing it again. This time it does star John Cho, who is Harold from Harold and Kumar, and he's also Sulu from Star Trek. And I wasn't impressed, man. It might be a little bit gorier and darker, but it looked the same as the other shit. And Americans just can't produce a Japanese horror like Japanese can. So if you like The Grudge and all that and you're excited, check out the trailer. It'll be out in a couple months. All right, on to some TV news real quick. A lot of articles have been popping up, and I can't complain because I hope it would go down this way, but we won't know if it is true until, closer to the date. But it seems like a lot of actors who played roles in the Netflix Marvel shows are going to they're going to play their parts in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is amazing to me. So it doesn't matter if it's Disney Plus on their TV shows or movies or on the big screen in the movie theater. Some of the people who were on the Netflix shows who lost their shows when Disney Marvel are going to continue in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So we got people like Jessica Jones. They're saying they want her to play her role again. We've also got the guy who played Daredevil. They want him to play Daredevil again. And the best one to me, the one I'm most excited about, and I know they're going to do it, is John Bernthal is going to be playing the Punisher in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I didn't hear anything yet about the guy who played Luke Cage or the guy who played Iron Fist. I don't think they're going to be in it. Luke Cage is good, Iron Fist so-so. But definitely as of right now, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Shane, a.k.a. John Bernthal, Shane from The Walking Dead, will be the Punisher. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope this happens, peeps. All right, crazy thing happened. They shot a Game of Thrones show. It's a spin-off show. It's actually a prequel. It's got Naomi Watts starring in it, like big stars, huge budget, what have you. HBO, the people who had Game of Thrones on, who made millions of fucking dollars off of it, it was one of their top show, they actually just passed on the Game of Thrones prequel. So trust me, another network is going to pick that up in 2 seconds. They're going to pay a shitload of money for it, and they're going to make a ton of money off of it. But I just don't get why HBO would pass up on the Game of Thrones prequel show. That is going to bring so much money. Only thing you can tell me is that show must have been a big piece of shit. I don't know, peeps. Some music news real quick. The Misfits. They did a reunion tour a few months back, and they said it was a one and done. They were just doing that, and that's it. Well, I guess they like being together on stage again, or they love that money, because they are doing another reunion gig. It's at the Wells Fargo Center in Philly. It will have the original singer Glenn Danzig and the original guitar player Jerry Only. So definitely get your fucking tickets and go check out the Misfits. One of the last times you're going to be able to in this lifetime in Philadelphia. And also, Ozzy Osbourne will be releasing a new album, not with his group Black Sabbath, just one of his solo albums, and it will be released in January 2020. So I think that's awesome. Ozzy's fucking last solo album's amazing. I love Osmosis. I don't even know if it's his last one, but Osmosis is just fucking amazing. All right, anyway, weekend box office real quick, even though it's going to be too late by now, I still like to say it. Number one again for the second week in a row is Maleficent. They took out the Joker again. Barely, but they did. Joker was number 2. Addams Family's number 3. Zombieland 2, Double Tap is number 4. And Countdown debuted at number 5. All right, peeps, that wraps it up for this week. Like I said, I am banned on Facebook from posting or sharing until Thursday night Eastern time at 10:50. So these videos they'll be up on YouTube. If you're a subscriber and a real fan, you'll see them. If not, you can check it out on the podcast. If not, you'll be seeing this Thursday. So weekend box office won't fucking count or matter. But anyway, definitely check us out on all podcasting platforms and on Facebook and YouTube. We're the AEW Insider. And then also on Twitter, we're the AEW Insider 1. I got tons of videos up there on YouTube and tons of podcasts. So people, show us some love. I'll be back later this week with some more podcasts, some more videos. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benz. And thank you so much for joining us for the Movies and More edition of the AEW Insider. Ciao, peeps.